Welcome back. In this lesson, we're going to learn how to describe everything. And we're going to have to look again at descriptive verbs. Now, so far, we've only learned how to conjugate descriptive verbs when they're at the end of a sentence. For example, we can say things like this. 저는 가방을 샀어요. 가방이 작아요. I bought a bag. The bag is small. 저는 영화를 봤어요. 영화가 재밌었어요. I saw a movie. The movie was entertaining. 저는 음식을 먹었어요. 음식이 맛있었어요. I ate food. The food was delicious. 빌리 씨는 바빠요. Billy is busy. But descriptive verbs can also be conjugated and used before nouns. For example, you could just say, I bought a small bag. I saw an entertaining movie. Did you eat delicious food? Or say, Billy is a busy person. So, in order to use a descriptive verb and conjugate it before a noun, kind of like an adjective in English, there are two steps. First, get the verb stem, then attach un if it ends in a consonant, or attach just a nian if it ends in a vowel. Here are some examples. 좋다, to be good, can become 좋은. 현우 씨는 좋은 사람이에요. 현우 is a good person. Or 현우 is a person who is good. 바쁘다, to be busy, can become 바쁜. 현우 씨는 바쁜 사람이에요. 현우 is a busy person. Or 현우 is a person who is busy. Now, when conjugating verbs, there are some exceptions, and with descriptive verbs that end with a piup or a lir, here's how to work with those. If the descriptive verb ends with a piup, you'll want to remove the piup and then add u, followed by a nian. So the verb 맵다, to be spicy, would become 매운. 저는 매운 음식을 먹을 수 없어요. I can't eat spicy food. Or, I can't eat food that is spicy. Or if the verb stem ends with a lir, you'll remove the lir and attach a nian. So the verb 길다, to be long, would just become 긴. 어제 아주 긴 영화를 봤어요. Yesterday I saw a very long movie. Or, yesterday I saw a movie that is very long. Many verb stems that also end with a hiet will remove that hiet and add a nian. And in later lessons, we'll learn more examples of this, especially with the colors. And there are some exceptions for the verbs 있다, to exist, and 없다, to not exist. These simply conjugate as 있는 and 없는 whenever they're used before a noun. For example, 저는 재미있는 영화를 봤어요. I saw an entertaining movie. Or, I saw a movie that is entertaining. Or, for 없다, 맛이 없는 배를 먹었어요. I ate a pear that doesn't taste good. Or, I ate a bad-tasting pear. Now I want you to do some practice. Try conjugating these descriptive verbs here to describe the nouns that come after. You can pause the video here. Here are the answers. 유명한 사람을 봤어요. I saw a famous person. 어제 지루한 영화를 봤어요. Yesterday I saw a boring movie. 작은 가방을 샀어요. I bought a small bag. 맛있는 음식을 먹었어요? Did you eat delicious food? 저는 항상 비싼 치약하고 칫솔을 써요. I always use expensive toothpaste and a toothbrush. 저는 더운 날씨를 싫어해요. I dislike hot weather.
유명한 사람을 봤어요. 어제 지루한 영화를 봤어요. 작은 가방을 샀어요. 맛이 있는 음식을 먹었어요. 저는 항상 비싼 치약하고 칫솔을 써요. 저는 더운 날씨를 싫어해요.
So in this lesson, we learn how to conjugate descriptive verbs to use them to describe other nouns in our sentences. So practice everything here and I'll see you again in the next lesson. 그럼 다음에 또 봐.